Christopher Titus.
And I'm Rachel Bradley.
And this is the Armageddon Update. 2023, what a hell of a year, people. We started with amazing news in January. The doomsday clock, which says how close we are to Armageddon, was set to 90 seconds to midnight, which is the closest it's been since its creation in 1947. So enjoy this update because I won't have to do the last one. You'll just get it.
Ozzy Osbourne announced his retirement from touring in February. In an interview, he said,
It's not like it was fucking give me an STD, if you know what I mean? You have to eat other things in order to get that, you know what I mean?
any rock star that's toured with a constant brain bleed has all of my respect.
In February, people, the FBI finally acknowledged they believed COVID originated in a lab in Wuhan, China. Yeah, that it wasn't a bat giving oral to a Beijing porcupine. So we were attacked with a virus from another country. But we aren't going to do anything about that because we all like cheap TVs from Walmart.
For the most part, however, it was a case of brawn over brain.
Vinyl records outsold CDs for the first time since 1987. We all started throwing axes for the first time since 1887. And Ozempic gave every real housewife a weight equal to her IQ of 87.
The International Criminal Court has finally issued a warrant for Vladimir Putin. Yeah, so Vladimir Putin was arrested and imprisoned. I'm kidding. We can't even jail this guy. And we saw and heard him try to end America.
I just want to find 11,780
person, woman, man, camera.
votes.
You know, the International Criminal Court's jingle must be something like Putin giggling.
What's that sound like? Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, has resigned from Google amidst growing concerns over AI. Yes, the man that invented AI is so scared of AI that he left the company that invented AI. Although AI is scary, a farmer in Fresno, California says he has doubled his crops using AI. Oh.
The Writers and Actors Guild went on strike, and nothing really happened at all, except I had to watch Barbie twice.
Let's beach off.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
The Grammys' new rules state that songs that are fully generated by AI won't be considered for awards. Songs that are only partially written by AI and have meaningful human contribution are still allowed. 52-year-old Snoop Dogg and 42-year-old R2-D2, or Rizzle2Dizzle2, dropped their new album in early 24.
OceanGate's Titan submersible imploded during an expedition to the wreck of the Titanic. After being told he couldn't build a submarine out of carbon fiber, OceanGate CEO Paul Henry Narjolet did it anyway. What was going through his mind? His submarine.
Donald Trump was the first president to have his mugshot taken.
Yeah.
He took on his tough look with his chin down, which showed him to be defiant of all charges, and effectively hid his neck vagina.
You know, he won't get that operated on, so when he goes to prison, he can still grab pussy. Israel declared war against Hamas after Hamas killed thousands of Jews. I'm just going to shut up. I'll stop.
Good.
I'm stopped.
Taylor Swift was voted Time Person of the Year. The Republicans lost their minds.
Yeah, they did.
This quote from right-wing nutter Jack Posobiec. The Taylor Swift girl boss psyop has been fully activated. From her hand-selected vaccine shill boyfriend to her dink lifestyle to her upcoming 2024 voter operation for Democrats on abortion rights. It's all coming. And I gotta tell you guys, I love when a woman succeeds that it has to be because a man or a group of men organized it, because no woman could just be the best there ever was. A successful woman has to be a deep state conspiracy because fragile men just can't face that this woman is so far beyond any man's talent, brains, and integrity. And the only way that they can face their own incompetence is to blame the Illuminati. Shout out to Beyonce.
You are adorable. I'll kill you. In conclusion, 2023 was a year of war, a year of criminals, incompetence, and hand jobs at Beetlejuice. It was a year when a man supposedly riddled with dementia led the best economic recovery in half a century, while another man actually riddled with dementia.
They're poisoning the blood of our country.
Yeah, this guy actually thinks he's Hitler. A man who almost ended the country, who was charged with 91 felonies and this week was taken off the ballot in Colorado for being a treasonous hump who tried to stop a free and fair election.
So that guy's in prison, right?
No, he's actually running for president all over again.
Oh, right. Because this is America 2023.
You know, crooked Joe Biden and the radical left thugs who have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is the same thing. The country is very divided. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won.
Unbelievable. I'm Christopher Titus.
I'm Rachel Bradley.
And this is the Armageddon Update. Thanks for the year, people.
We love you guys.
What a weird year. Can next year be better to some degree? Could something different happen? Can we just get rid of Trump, for God's sake? And I don't care that Biden's old. My God, my uncle's old. He's over Trump.
He's even angry in a Christmas suit. Who's angry in a Christmas suit? You guys should try living with him. Was I supposed to get up? Is that...
Are you coming to rant with me?
Oh, is that what we do? Why don't you just have a seat? Calm down. Everything's
Hey, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho!
With me, as always, the lovely bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There can be only one.
The kid.
There is always only one.
I'm
gonna call 2024 the year that the Highlander gets a lady friend.
Yeah.
Or a man friend, whatever.
Dude.
Yeah. Whatever he wants.
Look.
Or a non-binary friend.
I'm being festive. It's 2023.
We started out weird. How do we start this one this weird? It's very weird.
It's okay.
Speaking of weird, somebody finally a major state court, state Supreme Court of Colorado said that Trump can't be on their ballot.
It's about fucking time.
And now they're saying that they're going to take it to the Supreme Court because they're going to say the states don't have the right to do that. Wait, here's what I don't get.
What about states' rights?
That's all they bitch about. States' rights. Well, we know when we want to manage women's vaginas, states' rights. When we want your like freaking Hitler hero.
We want slaves. States' rights.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
The thing is that most men can barely find the important parts of the vagina, and now they want to control it. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Maybe that's why they want to control it.
I feel like, like you have
if
to
a man
know geography and stuff to get your citizenship. You have to pass that test. Let's try that.
Please write this for your next show. You should be, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some questions you have to know America to become an American.
Show me on the chart.
So they have to stand up and take a vagina test.
Picture Chuck Grassley, Mitch McConnell.
It's all different states.
Yeah,
like this is the...
Go ahead, Mitch McConnell.
Clitoris is near the top somewhere.
Oh, BMW Huffing Book.
In the area.
Do you guys remember BMW Huffing Book?
I'm Republican.
Was he gone by the time you got here?
I think it was at the tail end of Huffing Book.
I loved BMW Huffing Book.
We had a lot of characters that...
He passed away.
He did, unfortunately.
What did he die of?
He died of Legionnaires.
So Trump is off the ballot in Colorado. I don't know what they're going to do now. They said by January 5th, I think it's got to be in front of the Supreme Court, right? Because they're printing the ballots. So it has to be done. So if he's not...
Yeah, because March is their election.
They're saying he can't be on the primary ballot.
Yeah, right.
No, I know. So, yeah, I'm saying their election, the primary is coming up very soon.
There is I think what happens is the deep state argument starts to break down because it can't be every state.
Yeah.
Like at one point, it can't be everybody.
Right.
And I think the dumbest of the dumbest Trumpers got to be like, well, wait a minute. This is very, very organized. And we can't.
They'll come up with something though. That's a creative.
They
group.
always do, but those people are getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know, Aunt Kathy, Uncle Dennis. There's people that on the fringe that believed now are like, seems a little.
There's a few hanging
I wish
on.
I could say the same for my people.
The problem is some people that make money off it, off promoting the lies, those people are going to continue to, until they stop making money at it. And then the second they stop making money at it, they will switch like that. Trust me. Nikki Haley's coming up in the polls. So between Nikki Haley's at like 22%, 23%, and then Chris Christie's at 11%. Well, that brings it up to 34%, and Trump's only at 44%. So if they can just move it a little more, and if you get Nikki Haley and Chris Christie to do, because if Chris Christie as her VP, I would like that because he's a great attack dog, and you send the VP out to talk shit.
Yeah.
And he would be great at that.
This is how desperate we are. We're like, okay, I'll take
the people we hate, we'll take them. You know the people that are the worst we've ever seen? Those are okay. Compared to this guy.
Horrific criminals.
They're not a Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh my God, poisoning the blood of America.
And this is so upsetting to me.
So people, if you don't know, Mein Kampf, Hitler got up and said the Jews were poisoning the blood of Germany. And he said it over and over again, and that's part of the reason that the society changed, started camps, and they were fine with getting rid of Jews. And I don't mean getting rid of them like, let's move them. They got rid of them. So Trump has now repeatedly said that immigrants are poisoning the blood of America. I just want to point out, there is nobody here whose ancestors weren't immigrants. My family's here in 1638, which I love telling everybody.
Yeah, we made sure of that.
And my family was immigrants to America. Unless your name is runs with the wind, you're pretty much word immigrant.
Yeah,
you're somewhere down the line. And what pisses me off the most, poisoning, and I said this, poisoning the blood of America immigrants. Well, Trump, your mother was an immigrant.
Yes.
And she poisoned the blood of America by having your ass on American soil. That's what happened. So, yes.
It's already poisoned. We're all poisoned now.
Yeah. We're poisoned because of your mom. Yeah. Your mom, Trump. Your mama, Trump. And so what I don't quite understand is, listen, we have a history. We have a recent history. If you think about it, historical.
I'm going to do this through the whole thing. Love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Cursed is anyone who withholds justice from the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow. These are Deuteronomy. Leviticus, the alien who resides with you shall be to you as the citizen among you. You shall love the alien as yourself, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
They meant spaceship aliens.
I have 22 more.
When I say evangelical Christians, I mean the Christians that don't believe in Christ. That's what we're talking about. So those people don't follow that. Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. Bro, it's so dude. No, except everybody, bro. Deuteronomy.
What book is that from? 17-year-old Titus?
Deuteronomy, my favorite, man. That dude's so cool.
Trump just did it again. Didn't he just say, quote,
yes,
Mein Kampf again?
Yes.
But
now, as of today, he said, I don't read Mein Kampf. And I was like, he could have stopped that sentence earlier.
I don't read.
You have to claim that you don't read Mein Kampf. You read Mein Kampf.
Exactly.
And really,
you accidentally quoted it.
What he's actually doing is taking credit for it. Yeah, I came up with that. That's mine.
Like anything.
You know this evil shit? Me and Hitler like this. Me like this. Same. By the way, great minds think alike.
He copied me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
So go back, because I remember in 2014, 2015, when Trump started running, there was a big story of someone who had interviewed him that said Mein Kampf was on the shelf in his bedroom.
And that's the guy that helped him write art, or that wrote the Art of the Deal, but also his first wife, Ivana.
Right.
I believe it was Ivana.
The one who's buried on his golf course.
Or it was the second one. Maybe it was the second one. Tiffany's mom, Marla Maples. One of them said in an interview that he had read and was fascinated by Mein Kampf.
The other thing is, though, that isn't Ivana buried in his golf course now?
Correct.
But she was cremated.
Babe, I just want you to know.
Was she cremated?
Yes.
Well, it took 8 guys to lift a coffin up.
And she was like 5 feet tall.
And this was after the documents.
Plus the documents.
That are in there. Right. So papers
really
heavy. Very heavy. Yeah. The ashes, not so much.
Yeah. A lot of copies of Mein Kampf as well.
So So can you find that article? Because
which one? What do you
just
want?
said Trump, Marlon Maples or some ex-wife.
Who said it?
Trump's wife. Yeah, said Trump loved Mein Kampf. Because he goes, I wasn't quoting Mein Kampf. I've never read Mein Kampf. You liar. You lie. How do you quote Hitler exactly? You don't accidentally quote Hitler.
What did he do? He did this.
Ivana claims Trump kept Hitler quotes by his bedside. There's a 1990 Vanity Fair profile of Ivana Trump in 1990 where she said that he was fascinated by Hitler. She said that he kept a book of Adolf Hitler's speeches in his bedside cabinet nightstand thingy. She told her lawyer, Michael Kennedy, at that time when they were divorcing, that her husband would read a book of Hitler's collected speeches called My New Order, which he kept next to his bed. Yeah, this is from 1990.
So this has been going on forever. So by the way, it's not a hobby. Right. It's the dude planned this.
How are you said not? In the article, the person that wrote the article, Miss Brenner, wrote that she asked Trump about the truth of that anecdote, to which he replied, "It was my friend Marty Davis from Paramount who gave me a copy of Mein Kampf, and he's a Jew."
I love that. Sure, I got slaves, but I'm friends with Dave Chappelle. What does that mean? Yeah. What is going on?
Then that guy said he did give him a book about Hitler, but it was actually the My New Order book full of Hitler's speeches, not Mein Kampf. I thought he would find it interesting. I am his friend, but I'm not Jewish. It's like, what? Then
he's a Jew. No, I'm not.
Then Trump.
Well, that's weird that you said it so vehemently.
Trump says to the Vanity Fair journalist, says, if I had those speeches, and I'm not saying that I do, I would never read them. It's like, how do you, what is happening?
The dude is, again, but he's such a fuck, man. Like everything he says.
Oh God.
Everything he did not. We heard him say it. He said it. I did not try to get votes. I just need to find 11,000.
Yes.
Ivana said that that he would click his heels and say Heil Hitler, possibly as a family joke. Whenever
hilarious,
he has.
You know how we all have the joke. We know how
I was doing Wizard of Oz. That was not in my heels.
He also
Hitler,
said,
by the way, he would click his heels. He would go back in time.
So in that rally,
he would go back home before the Russians killed him in the bunker.
In the rally in New Hampshire where he said it again, where he said they poison talking about immigrants. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America. And I thought, does he think we're in South America?
Yeah, probably.
Because why would you be talking about...
He said a couple times he's running against
They
Obama.
don't just do that in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia. That's a direct quote. Do you see how none of those words made
Yeah. He also never brought up Norway or Scotland, where his mother was an immigrant from.
Then he said Joe Biden is parroting Hitler.
Oh, here we go. This is the thing. This they do this all. I love this. Where every time Trump's parodying Hitler, Joe Biden's quoting Hitler.
No, you did it.
No, Hitler ordered a ham sandwich, ordered ice cream. He ordered ice cream with a waffle cone, and Joe Biden ordered ice cream with a waffle cone. Exactly like Hitler.
Well,
Exactly.
John Kelly said on a presidential visit to Europe in 2018, according to his book, that Trump said to him that Hitler did a lot of good things, quote, end quote. And he was talking about he took Germany out of economic turmoil.
I feel
like once you kill 6 million people, that
maybe
it overshadows.
Petting your dog is not qualified.
I love that everybody stops at economic turmoil. Yeah, then he got Germany into World War II, and Germany was decimated. It was over. They had to rebuild the entire country after World War II. I love that. Like Trump said this week too. This cracked me up. The Biden economic numbers came back, and they're insane. They're insane. Like 280,000 more jobs were added last month. We've got the lowest unemployment in 50 years. And he goes, Well, he goes, the Biden administration is still running off the fumes of the Trump administration.
That was,
come
you're
on.
pathetic, bro.
Running off the fumes. So I posted a picture of these stores were empty and bodies, frozen bodies, dead bodies in trucks.
How many graphs could we show?
The fumes were dead bodies. The fumes
Yeah,
were dead
it was-
bodies.
yeah, exactly.
And they keep showing, I think our news has really lost its mind. Our news has become 100% about profit and and it goes all the way back to that song Dirty Laundry. It gets all the same.
Dirty Laundry.
That's what I said. What did I say?
I just wanted people to hear it. 'Cause
Oh,
you
am I
said
mumbling?
so fast? Yeah, I wanted that song. You played it.
That song,
and
Dirty,
it is like by Don Henley. It is like, whoa.
to this day, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's on fucking steroids and cocaine
Yeah.
and
And meth.
poison,
Yes.
blood poisoned, and
But we've gotten to a place where the news is okay. So just watch. People pay attention to the news. When you watch the news, watch how they don't ever report the news. They always talk about. They'll report the news for 2 minutes. This happened, and then they'll have 4 hours of pundits come in and give their opinion of what might possibly happen or what could happen. And I watched the newscasters, and I watched Stephanie Rule do it. I watched some of my favorite people do it. They're just like, yeah, but what? Okay, let's say Joe Biden was cutting using a razor blade to cut an apple, and let's say because he may or may not have dementia, he slices his jugular vein. What do you think that would be like? And you're like, what are you even talking about?
you didn't even make this up. This really happened.
It's always something like that. Let me give you the worst case scenario. Is that
now let's
is that
pontificate
possible?
on that for the
Right.
next 3 hours.
They're not Katie Fang, and I think they're all good people. They're just not reporting the news, man. Ari Melber, I watched. Who else? I really like too. You know who doesn't do it a whole lot is Jim Acosta. He seems it pretty straight. Who's the other guy? Jake Tapper. What a hack. Yeah. Holy crap. I watched this guy make shit up for half an hour, possible scenarios.
Yes.
And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Then you've got Steve Kornacki, who he loves his job. He's great at his job. Only showing poll numbers. And then he broke it down by, like, Biden's doing better with younger people, but he's doing worse with older people.
And then you have
But the polls have been wrong for the last 3 elections.
they're always wrong. But they're doing so many opinion pieces, right, to fill time.
Yes.
And then when people want to check the news, they might pick it up, check in when somebody's just giving their fucking bullshit opinion. And there's no solitary single time for the news.
Right.
It's not like here's the list of things that just happened.
By the way, for half an hour, we're just not going to make shit up. Yeah. Could they not make shit up news? This is just what happened.
Yes.
Maybe we should do that every day. Just come in and go, here's what happened today. Here's how many people died. Here's how many people lived. We're moving on.
Or just do 1 hour and then call the rest what it is, entertainment.
Right.
And
A Fox
say
had-
opinion shows where we all are going to talk about things that aren't real, but what we think about those not real things.
But depending on who runs the network, like that. Okay, so CNN. Here's a perfect example. So CNN had Don Lemon, it had Chris Cuomo, it had guys. I thought it was pretty balanced. I always thought they let what? No,
Don Lemon. Oh my gosh, I couldn't.
very left. I agree.
And what do you think about that? I was like, bro, you just said one sentence and it took 5 minutes.
That's the cringiest, overdramatic thing.
Yeah, I couldn't take
But
it.
they
Like,
all
don't
do
be
it, though.
drama.
Yeah.
Don't be sassy.
But that's
don't be drama.
But that's what you want.
Report the news. No, I want Tom Brokaw. I want
Dan Rather.
Yeah, Dan Rather. Like, report the news.
But there used to be
You're
a
not
law.
a star.
I've said it before. The fairness doctrine. They had to report the news, and they had to report both sides of it. They couldn't report one side. CNN was purchased from Time Warner by a rich, very wealthy conservative. The second that happened, Don Lemon gets fired. They fired most, and everybody's tone went from like
overnight. The vibe changed.
Yeah, it was overnight. Even Uncle Dennis goes, "I like CNN now." Yeah, of course you do, because they're
He did?
Yes.
Mm.
And what I don't understand, we talk about this every week, is how do you continue? Look, we have courts now saying this guy. Basically, this is the first Supreme Court, state Supreme Court, to rule that he participated in an insurrection. That's why he's off the ballot. The court said and their lawyers had their chance to present evidence. The court said flat out, he participated in an insurrection, which makes him a traitor, which makes him treasonous. And these news plates, they're talking about this fuck like he's a viable candidate. He tried to end America. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
He's quoting fucking Mein Kampf. We're back to that.
Exactly.
Well-
Hey, he should be on the FBI watch list, not the fucking.
He should be in prison. He needs to be locked
of
up.
course.
They had I think it was Molly Jong Fast that said, this is who's covered him for a long time. This is what he wants. What you're doing right now. 24-hour news cycle, free press.
That's how he
This
won
is
the
what
first time.
wants. Good or bad, we're talking about him. So every day he says something crazier or he doubles down on the crazy. And then they talk about it. And so we'll have the news running almost all day in the background at our house. I'll walk in and out of the room and it's constant about him. Constant. Where they show the thing that he said about immigrants. Then now we're going to bring in these 4 people who have opinions about bullshit. And then those people talk for an hour. And then the next hour, it's a new person.
Yeah.
So
2
now,
more guests with
breaking news. Donald Trump at his rally said, and I've noticed every hour they call it breaking news, even Wolf Blitzer, and it's the thing that the other 4 shows before talked about, and it's all Trump all day long.
That's what Biden needs to do. Just get fucking crazy, start saying some racist shit.
No.
And he will
shut
win.
up. Here's what I would say. I think what's going to happen. So we have a year. So the election happens. It's November. The election will be next November. So we have 11 months. I think what they're doing is, I don't think Biden has the energy he had. I think what they're going to do is they're going to bide their time a little bit, maybe 3 more months, and then it's going to get hard.
It's called Biden your time.
He's Biden his time.
No.
But remember, by the way, do you remember that executive time? Trump had executive time. He didn't start work till 11 o'clock.
No, there was a speech. President Trump will take many meetings and many phone calls and many.
That was his
whatever
schedule
it
every
was.
day.
That was all
Every
it
day.
said. Do you remember that?
Yep.
He didn't do shit. He golfed 300 days. Like, how do you people even think this guy's viable? Look at Nikki Haley. Say what you will. Okay, Nikki Haley took the Confederate flag down off the Capitol.
I did like that.
And there is something about her that you go. I kind of feel about her. Also, we talked about this yesterday. She got out of the Trump administration. She was in the Trump administration and she bailed. She saw what was going on and she was like, I'm resigning. I need to spend time with my family. When someone sees I need to spend more time with my family, either they raped a child or they realize the guy they're working for is a psychopath.
Yeah.
No one just goes, I'm in the White House. I need to spend more time with my family.
And then Trump called her the next day.
If you're really stressed out about the news like we are, and if
Yes.
we're stressing you out even more, you guys need to try NextEvo Naturals. This episode brought to you by NextEvo. If you're feeling stress like we are, feeling anxious, trouble sleeping, this product is also has better absorption than other CBD products.
They're also medically
Fast
researched.
acting. NextEvo products are proven to absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products. So a lot of people think CBD is an oil because it's always in oil, but other companies will put it in oil because it's cheap and easier to put it in that form.
Right.
So NextEvo, what they did was they created a proprietary water-soluble form of CBD, which is why it absorbs faster, better, and it tastes better. This one doesn't have that weird hempy taste after.
Anything wrapped around a gummy is fine.
I love the gummies. They have all different products. You just go look at their website. But they now, so I love the gummies for sleep because they have melatonin in them, and it's a nice little calm. And then I fall asleep. Now they have brand new extra strength daily wellness CBD gummies. Those are twice as strong as the regular strength ones. So you have options, people. Go to the website and check it out. Don't waste your time with oil-based CBD that might not work. Upgrade to better natural solutions from NextEvo. Go to nextevo.com. Use promo code Titus. You get 25% off. That's 25% off at nextevo.com. Promo code Titus. When I was reading about this, they were saying that other companies, you could actually be getting 6% of what they say on the label.
Wow, 6%.
Because there's no standards.
So this company
these guys
tested theirs. Right. It's like, it's kind of crazy.
That's
the
how,
other ones are,
but that's how a company lasts, though. That's
Walter White is making the other ones.
You'll
like
feel less stress, sleep better. You'll be able to relax. You recover from a workout. It's like so many awesome benefits of this product. it's Christmas time. It's almost Christmas. Christmas. And I had my girls' Christmas party last night.
Yeah.
Annual Christmas party.
Showed up in my velvet jacket.
He did. Daddy came to get me. And
Pipe in his robe.
yeah, dude, pretty much. He had on a velvet jacket, and he did this by himself, a gray, kind of steel gray scarf, and put it under the lapel of the jacket, and then a
Hefner over here.
shirt. Yeah.
No, I was singing that song, man. He walked into the party like he was walking onto a yacht.
More like a parade float. Not a yacht.
With his hair, yes. Agreed.
He's here.
Giant head. Is it Mardi Gras? No, it's Christmas. That's Titus show.
One of those yard Christmas blow-up things.
He
We need a
looked
Titus
good.
one.
And
Really?
he gave me a ride home.
We are now all comfortable enough to make fun of my giant head. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Pretty sure we've always been that.
Yeah,
number.
I used to do it to myself because I also have a big Nordic skull.
You
like
do,
this.
so do I.
No,
Right.
I win. I've seen pictures
I
of me
don't know,
full
his is
body.
pretty big.
But I look like my body breaks into thirds: skull,
It's like an
torso,
ant.
legs. Yeah, it's like
Thorax.
I am actually sectioned off head, torso, legs, and they're all the same
He
distance.
has a theory that people with big heads film better.
True.
Do you know this theory?
Stacy Keach.
He uses Stacy as an example all the time. All people that you think look great on TV, when you meet in person,
They're like, you look
have
out of
giant
proportion.
heads.
Your head
Yeah.
is crazy.
and it's true so far. I've found it to be true. Zach has a really big head too.
Zach has a giant head, yeah.
Because you can use better lenses. You don't need telescopic lenses like with Tom Cruise.
Little pea heads.
Because he's...
But even
know.
for Tom Cruise's body, Tom Cruise has a big head for his body.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
There's probably a golden mean math problem we could do on actors. Jimmy Stewart, giant head.
Giant head. Cary Grant.
Cary Grant, giant head.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Same. Think
Paul
of any
Newman,
little
giant head for his body. Very thin body, but giant head for his body.
pea head people.
They're like little Funko Pops. That's what they are. You know,
Exactly.
there's like-
That's the best movie ever.
Oh, I have to say too, thank you to everybody who sent stuff from our wish list for Salvation Army. All that stuff
amazing.
got handed out today for the kids. All the hygiene products and underwear and everything went to the SAVE program, and it was a nice little cap to the year. And it was cool because, with Amazon, you get the little paper slip and it says who sent it.
Right.
And a lot of the names I didn't know, which was awesome. Some of them I recognized.
You're welcome.
And it wasn't you. And it was cool.
It's not just cool. It's
it
like
just means people that just wanted to help out just pitched in, you know?
it's not. What's really stunning is that when we live in a world that's like right now, really like fuck you seems to be the response to everything. And when you put that out there to get that, all the toys for the kids and then all the stuff for the homeless, so, the hygiene project, which is a big deal, socks, underwear, and then it all showed up. It was kind of, it kind of gave me a little bit of hope.
Yep.
Where I was like, okay, there's good people out there.
It's like going back to the dirty laundry thing. It's like niceness never makes the news. You know what I mean? Good things don't make the news.
No, but
when it bleeds, it
speaking
leads.
of that, when it bleeds, it leads. We were in Madison this last Friday and we saw our friend Kate, who lives in Chicago. And I realized, because she listens to the podcast, I mentioned my neighbor, my serial killer neighbor, and not racist
You
Karen.
didn't know him. It's okay. She didn't
Wait, let me
know the
get to
guy
it.
who
I
chopped his
mentioned
wife
it.
and his family.
And she didn't know when I was like, oh,
Wait.
we never mentioned this. Have we told you? Okay, so I'm on the phone with my sister about a month ago, and my sister said there was a murder in Tarzana, and I said,
Well,
okay, because there's murders everywhere.
well,
all
first
the
of all,
time
we
anyway.
had 2 days where a helicopter was over our house, about like, high over it, but it stayed right over. It was
It was right
literally
after
Was the
daylight.
spotlight in your backyard?
no,
So
but it was watching whatever it was
You
doing.
were
was
at
watching.
work, and
Well, I can't-
I was home. And the
Well, I
daylight
can't even
savings times, he hadn't changed the yard lights to come on earlier. And so it's pitch black, and it's, 5 whatever o'clock, and it's pitch black. And there are 2 helicopters right over our house.
And like I kept thinking, like, what? Why right over our house?
So I got food and groceries from Instacart, and this chick, she was a black girl who obviously, black people have learned they have a reason to worry when there's random police helicopters and stuff. And she's going like this. It's so
She was going to
above
get
my
pulled
house.
over by a
It's so loud.
helicopter.
She hands me the bag and she goes, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm getting out of here. And she jogged back to her car and took off. And I was like, I don't want to be home in the dark. It was so dark.
They also don't know. If a helicopter's hovering over your house, you don't know how close the car with the guys with the guns in it are to your house.
Yeah.
So it turns out, up around the corner on the hill.
My sister says there's a murder in Tarzana.
Murders.
So I go look it up. She goes, no. It was big enough that we heard about it in Washington, D.C. And I was like, really? I haven't heard anything. We didn't hear anything about it. So I search Tarzana murder. And then I look at the address. He's like right around the corner where we would run.
Yeah, we
right by his house.
By the dude's house.
He's like 0.2 miles around he's in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Young guy, 35. His dad used to rep George Clooney. His dad was obviously very wealthy. He has a house at 35 here. He handed gardeners, and now I have the word of the year that no one's allowed to say. It goes with the M word. Hands the gardeners garbage bags, and they get suspicious because they say later that the bags were oddly heavy and seeping.
With red paint.
So they tear it open, like, what is going on?
There's a foot.
And it was her belly button.
Oh.
His beautiful young wife belly button. Wow. So they take off and they go to the police station and nobody will help them.
I didn't know this part. Wow.
They go to 2 police stations where they don't get help. They go to the third one.
They went to North Hollywood, obviously.
Yeah.
Because we tried to get help for
We're
ours.
busy.
What do you want us to do? It's a belly button.
Isn't that crazy?
We've seen 50 belly buttons today.
What do you want us to do is the exact.
That's what he said.
So the third one helps them. And they go, and he then took those bags to Encino to a dumpster. He drove up the street, put them in a dumpster. They found them. And this was the point where they were, SWAT was going into his home. Well, he wasn't home. They ended up catching him at Topanga Mall, our mall where we go Christmas shopping and stuff. And her parents are still missing.
As of right now.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And this was a month ago.
I think they found them.
As of 2 days ago, they had not found them yet.
Going to be under the Christmas tree. Something's going to be.
I think they.
What's in the box?
I think that's why the Christmas trees are growing so well in his backyard.
But they did go into the home, and obviously there was blood and stuff everywhere.
Holy
he chopped
shit.
her up into bags. But
I saw a picture of him. He was arraigned, and
I showed you this.
Yeah, you showed me. He had no shirt. He's no shirt on. Nothing.
If you guys search this Tarzana murder, and this guy Samuel, whatever his name is, comes up. He was in court last week, and they have him behind glass, tied up, and he has no clothes on that you can see. And there's a lot of speculation about why, but it looks freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
It looks like Silence of the
Lambs,
Lambs.
100%.
Yeah, did he have the face mask?
No, he didn't. But everything else feels like that. You're like, why is this so weird? We're used to seeing a dude standing there in an orange jumpsuit. This guy looks like, because the way it looks like he's naked.
Yeah.
And they had a vest on him or something that fell
That
off.
was the speculation, that he was put in a suicide vest that was too big and it fell off. There's no other reason for him to be
Suicide
naked.
vest? I mean, like a bomb vest? Like, why would, like.
Heavy. It's very, 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 if they think they're a suicide risk, it's very heavy and cumbersome, harder for them to navigate and
You
stuff.
kill yourself really slow.
So no,
Can't
he's being charged with the murder of the in-laws.
Yeah.
But they do not have the bodies. They found her body in that dumpster in Encino. But you got to go see the picture of him in
I can't
court.
believe I haven't heard this. Although I know why your sister heard it, because on the right, conservatives love to get all the dirt and crime on California.
Yeah.
Crime in California.
As of today, they're missing. Both mother and father are missing. He had 3 kids with this very beautiful woman, May Lee. And but they found her. They haven't found.
What are the kids?
They're probably, I would say, in the system at this point, because her parents are gone. I think his parents are dead. His dad and he both are named Samuel Haskell. He's the 4th. His dad was some big time agent.
Is his dad dead?
I would say so, because we haven't
Or is
heard
his dad,
anything.
His dad made a statement.
Let's see.
My dad would have come up with me. Yeah, I knew the fucking idiot. My dad would have just started ripping on me. Of course, you dumbass.
I saw this coming years ago.
Yeah, I called this in 4th grade.
His dad is alive. His dad he's an Emmy-winning producer.
What movies? Dexter?
Yeah, this tarnishes it a bit.
Wow. Well, his dad's not saying much, but they keep referencing him as being the father.
Interesting. So listen, you want your kids to do well, and you, if your kids are screw ups, you screwed up, pretty much.
Yeah.
But mental illness is mental illness. I mean,
He's been described as socially awkward, and he collected weapons.
But he was a homeowner. And
Well, his
Tarzana.
dad obviously had a lot of money.
I've never heard that. Serial killer. He's socially awkward. No, he chopped her body up. He's not
awkward.
He's not. Yeah. It was awkward for the guys who he handed the bags to. Yeah, that was awkward. I am telling you, I don't want to take this. I find a belly button. Are you losing a belly button?
Well, that's why they didn't take him seriously.
Hello? Well, okay, so this bothers me more than okay. All this whole story, serial killers happen, Dahmer, serial killers happen, whatever. Psychos like this happen. Here's what bothers me the most about this entire thing: that these guys they went and said, we found dead bodies in bags, and you need to investigate. And 2 police stations said, get out of here. When I called on the stuff that was going on, that I saw a drug deal go down across the street, and I called North Hollywood PD. What do you want us to do?
You could call and admit you're in the act of a crime. And
What do you want us to do?
Let me put you on hold.
It was.
I'm murdering someone right now.
They said they didn't need the body to charge the parents. They've been missing since the same day she went missing.
Jesus.
Our neighbor. So my niece and I, we got in the GTO and we went house hunting.
Did you figure out what house it was?
Yeah. No, it tells you. Not conspicuous at all.
Yeah.
And we're slowly creeping by, and then I missed it. Reverse. And there are these neighbors out there just looking at us. There was no crime scene tape anymore, though. I guess it had been released, and so I couldn't see it. But it's right on our run path, right.
What about the golf course? Come on. Yeah, that's a perfect.
All those wolves,
That's a
all those
perfect
coyotes out there.
Would
The
coyotes eat people? Is that a thing?
I think so.
Blame it on the coyotes. Boom. Problem solved.
The coyotes got her.
Think of that. Even coyotes.
They shop for bags.
Across the border.
Oh man,
yeah.
Can we remind everybody how dumb this guy is? He didn't know that guys who smuggle people across the border are called coyotes. He said, he goes, you can believe the coyotes are getting across. Actual dogs are coyotes. Even coyotes.
And the Wolfman is my running mate. Who was the Wolfman again?
I don't understand. Christmas story. Everybody has to tell oh, you don't have any. Of course, I don't have any either.
It
Till
has a lot
after
to
I
do with
moved
trash
out.
bags, though.
Till after
We've
I
already
moved
gone
out.
through this every year where you guys try and think of something and you can't think of anything.
And then you tell the best stories we've ever heard.
And yeah,
We
so
live
let's not
vicariously
do
through you.
that
Nah.
again. The Christmas party last night was fun though. And the girls all got along great. It was when the guys showed up that drama started.
I didn't.
You
start
were
any
not
drama.
drama. You were very good.
I walked away from the drama.
You're above the drama.
I just don't have time anymore. I realize that there's going to be a day I'm not here, and I'm like, I don't have time. I have this weird thing now where this happened recently, and where I was like, you know what? I don't have time to fight with you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm too busy working out. This episode brought to you by Fitbod. How you doing with Fitbod? What's going on?
Good.
You told me today.
Today's a
Got
leg
a
day.
tricep. Not
Today's-
even flexing.
Today's
Look at
a
that,
leg
Ray.
day.
A single tricep.
I'm not. Yeah,
just
one
one.
of
he
three.
only
Left
does one
side,
arm.
left side tricep mother. Right
Yeah.
side, right side.
It just hangs loosely.
No.
He actually said that today, Fitbod, if you're listening. He said, look, I'm not even flexing and I've got that horseshoe thing. And I was like, yeah, you do.
Can I be clear about Fitbod? So we are on the road all
Tell
the
us
time.
what it is.
Fitbod is an app you can get. Fitbod, it costs like, is it $69 still?
It was $79.99
$79.99
last I checked,
for
but
the
you
entire,
get
for the year. And what it does,
you get 25% off with us.
and you put all your stats in it. It asks you a bunch of questions. You put it in, and it will design a workout for you. On top of that, you can actually go through it and build profiles. So you can build profiles for let's say you're like, we're on the road all the time. So I have a gym, I have like a hotel gym profile where basically it just has dumbbells but depending on the hotel gym, it could be great or bad. Then it also has body weight only. And I have to be honest with you people, body weight only seems like, oh, well, yeah, ask Ray.
Yeah.
They kick your ass so much. It's weird how much more they kick my ass. And I don't know if it's because it's more overall. So I added, I have 2 profiles. One I added cardio to. And so I've been doing that lately. I cannot tell you the difference it has made. I took a picture when I started Fitbod with my shirt off, and I took one recently, and it is night and day difference.
Really?
It is night and day
So if it's $79.99 for the whole year, but you get 25% off with us, or if you want to go monthly, it's $12.99 a month, 25% off of that. Trainers cost anywhere from $90 to $200. Well,
per session.
Yeah, for non-celebrity trainers, $90 to $200
one
per session. Yeah. So when I was paying a trainer, it was a lot, and then she always wanted to be paid in 10. And this is insane considering that you basically have a personal trainer in your phone.
What I like about it too is it also
and it
tracks,
changes.
Like I can look at you can set it. I want to work out 5 times a week. You can set it. It gives me a calendar at the end of my workout. It actually tells me at the end of my workout how many calories I burned. It tells me how much weight I lifted total.
Wow.
It tells me also let's say it'll design a workout, full body workout for you. But if you want to go to it'll say select muscle. And you can actually do, so I did yesterday, 2 days ago, I did Taekwondo, but 2 days ago I did chest, buys, and abs. So it gives me that. Now, it also notices that I've been doing abs a lot, and it backed it down. It only gave me
That's
one
AI, people.
It only gave me one ab exercise because, like, bro, we're overworking them. So it's honestly, okay, so listen, guys, I'm the first guy to jump on something that is cool and techy, and then I get bored.
Yeah,
I have now been on this for 13 months. 13 months solid, and it's great.
Yeah, I've never seen him so committed to something before.
It reminds me, the calendar's it's haunting me.
Yeah.
And that's what you kind of need to get in shape. It has to haunt you a little bit.
Download Fitbod today. Get a head start on your fitness resolutions. It's almost that time. Get 25% off your subscription and get 3 free personalized workouts when you go to fitbod.me/Titus. That's 25% off plus 3 free personalized workouts at Fitbod, FITBOD.me/Titus.
And you don't have to hire an annoyingly positive guy who wears a shirt that's too small.
Girl.
Or even a worse guy,
was,
the one who yells at you.
Yeah, like a drill sergeant.
Yeah,
mine was more like a drill sergeant. She'd go, "Really, Ray? Really?" And I was like, "All right."
What kind of drill sergeant is that? Yeah. What kind of?
The snarky, eye-rolly one, where you're like,
"That's Project Adventure, I guess."
So we got a new weight bench. Christiana brought us a new weight bench. Pre-Crix Mix, pre-Crix Mix day. It's not Crix Mix, but you're getting presents anyway.
Everybody.
So we usually have 2 of those a year, and it has a different decline with the foot thing. So I put it in the thing, and it changed my workout again. It gave me decline. Wow. It gave me decline chest.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, now it knows you can do decline.
Now it knows, and I can hook because I tried to do it on the old bench, and I do it, and I would just start sliding off the back of the bench. I'm like, clink, my head would hit, then I'd have to hold up my neck. So now
what did you think about your last tour of the year?
Let's talk about the last tour. Let's talk about what happened. So we went to
But Appleton. I'm gonna have to interject, but yes.
We went to Appleton, sold it out. We went to Milwaukee, sold it out. We had, and then we went to Madison, sold out 2 shows, and then we went to Minneapolis, and we had like 600 people. It was great. It was really we just had a really nice tour. Every show was great. And then we went, then on Sunday, we've been going to Minneapolis for a long time. Mm-hmm. The guy that runs Minneapolis used to work, for Prince for a while. And every time we would go, he would get mad. Were you guys going to Paisley Park? Are you guys going to go see First Avenue?
Nobody could believe we'd never been to Paisley Park.
Especially as big a fan as I am.
Yeah.
So I told Ray, and she was kind of reluctant at first. And she was like,
because I always want to go home.
Right.
But I did want to see Paisley. So we had the best of both worlds because we had planned then to stay Sunday, go to Paisley, fly home Monday. And then I had already moved our flights. I had them late morning, moved them to 7 a.m. Then he goes, "It's Minneapolis, Delta, that's a hub. Fly us out Sunday night." I go and look, $0 difference. You leave at 7:00 at night. The airport was empty. So we got to go to Paisley Park all day and then fly home right after. It was crazy. So
It was crazy. So first of all, you show up and it's the coolest building. It's so corporate cool. I had like pyramids and like not exterior windows, but pyramids.
Did you have to duck on all? I mean, the ceiling's really low. Okay,
but we got to go to
the ceilings were like you had to go like this.
Yeah, and they were all painted
atriums,
like clouds.
Doves flying
like
towards the glass atrium.
There's
actual doves flying.
He did have real doves, and
they were painted on the ceilings with it. And then we got to go see every room. His office was cool. We got to see 2 recording studios.
4
we heard
recording
how
studios.
kind of he was eccentrically committed to perfection, like to the point where so they do a show, right? So they do a 2.5, 3 hour show. After the show, they all had to go together and they have to sit and watch the show they just did. His whole band.
Every show ever.
So
imagine playing these long arena shows, exhausted, or you want to go get a drink, or you want to, a lot of band people, they want to go meet the groupies, and nope. Everybody goes back and watches, even on the road, to his hotel room, watches
the show
the
had to get better
performance.
every night.
That's any good coach will do that.
That's
you got to
crazy
get right
cool.
back into the room and watch how you fucked up. Okay, you hit the wrong bass note there, Charlie.
So here's the saddest part of it. We get to see everything. Like we saw. So the shoes, I didn't get this till we were there. So there was a wardrobe room they went in, and they had these glass cases. They were basically looked like amp cases, but they were all made out of plexiglass, and they had amp knobs on them, and they were just displays of all his shoes. Well, because every shoe had to match every outfit. Like he had shoes that matched exactly. So, they were playing video. I didn't get it till I was there, but he danced so hard that he was on 4-inch heels first, then he went to the 3-inch heels. He was breaking how many a tour? 600?
He would buy anywhere from 800 to 2,400 of each custom shoe. Some of the shoes went up to 6,000 a pair because they were 100% custom made for Prince, and you could see them taken apart, but they created this metal bracket specifically to go from his heel to his foot to brace the heel, because he was breaking heels off. During every show, they were replacing heels really fast. They would carry extra heels in a case there.
Oh my God.
And then they had videos in there of him dancing, and you forget, but you're like, oh wow.
But when you're super light though, how would he be breaking shoes like that?
By the way, that's what I did.
Sliding, splits, jumping, landing.
Different angles.
His waist
they
was
had
like
some of his outfits on display. I was like, his waist was this big. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, like a child.
I forgot how tiny he was.
That's what I said. He probably had to shop at Gap Kids.
But also, what's funny is that you didn't get. I also got why he was on painkillers at the end of his life, because we were watching him jump off risers and stuff, and he was 5'1", 5'2", landing in heels.
Yeah, and if he's breaking the heels, think of the
hard,
impact
he's
making on his joints.
On his knee, and he was a Jehovah's Witness, so he wouldn't get operated on. He refused to have the operations.
The guy that led the tour was a buddy of his since they were 17, Tommy.
Yeah, nice guy.
And who actually at one point said, I don't usually play this. He said, but people ask me a lot, what do you miss most about Prince? And he goes, and people, they have a certain idea of what he was like. And he said, he wasn't weird. He was fun and funny. He said he was a practical joker.
Dude.
And he said, I miss the sound of his laughter in this house. And he goes, so I want to play it. So he played the sound of Prince laughing, and he was sobbing. He had tears just pouring down his face. So it was kind of cool. We had a more personal.
He said something we never got to do. We saw it so he's like, we have a soundstage. He has a soundstage. Holy shit.
This is in his house. He has an 18,000 square foot soundstage performance space.
That split it into a performance space and then the nightclub on the other side.
Well, from what I heard,
with another performance space.
Yeah.
And being also a fantastic musician.
Yeah.
He had his whole house wired to be basically a recording studio.
It was.
So like if he's in his bathroom and he had an idea, he could hit record, and he would just get the idea down. It would run,
and you
pipe
don't
down to the
realize
studio.
it too, but it was a big deal to record your album at Paisley Park. Taylor Swift, it's not her vocals, but most of her last album was recorded there. People rented it.
Yeah.
And
REM, that out of time, that album that went like quadruple platinum.
He had everything in house. So when you walk in, he had 2 production offices, wardrobe upstairs.
He'd have to leave.
Editing, review room, 4 rehearsal spaces in studios to record.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Yeah, he didn't have to leave. Literally, they would have to put the car up to the front door the day his tour started and he could go because everything was there. It was
But
crazy.
here's the weird part. And we talked about this. So we see the whole building with from wardrobe to the sound stages to the recording studios to like he's got a meditation room to his office to everything. Okay, we saw it. There's a round building outside this big complex that they wouldn't talk. They said, he pretty much lived here. I go, yeah, but where? No, he slept pretty much in the studio. Tommy said that. I'm like, how come no one talked? So I tried to look it up. There's a giant round building outside with a dome top. And
a beret, if you will.
I admit, yes, but
Raspberry.
but it also, that supposedly was his home. And there's another angle from it, from there's a bat cave kind of entrance on the back side, which I saw pictures of, where the walls come up, you go between it, and there's a garage under it. So I would bet you that but they won't, you don't tour that. You don't get to tour his house. So I wonder either his sister's living there or they won't talk about it.
Probably.
I don't, but does anybody know about that? Does anybody know what that building was?
He had an electric bike there, and there was a gig case built specifically to fit it to take it on tour. And Tommy said that people always ask him, why did he live in Chanhassen, Minnesota? And he said, because Prince would get on his bike and go to that Target right down the street. We went by the Target or his Caribou Coffee downtown, his grocery store. He did his own grocery shopping. He goes, when have you ever seen a press photo of Prince in Target? Never. People here, they treasured him, they loved him, and they protected him, and he got to be a normal guy.
Can't find him once he was.
He also
in the
had
aisles.
a gig case specifically custom built for him. Inside is a purple bench, velvet bench, and there's a reading lamp and breathing holes and an eye thing so he could look out. And Prince, people would always be like, he just disappears after the show. He was being carried through the people.
Holy shit.
And they showed a picture of him sitting in it like this because he was so small. The case is only this tall, and he would sit.
They would roll it in. So that's how he got on the stage in the middle of the thing. They rolled 3 or 4 cases out, and one of them was Prince.
So he was like a magician. Right?
Exactly.
So he would just roll up.
He was.
That's why he just appeared.
So we went saw, and I will say this: I really enjoyed it. Being a huge fan, he's everything you thought. If not more, because when Tommy was talking about, he's been friends since they were 17, and he was saying that he was just a normal guy. But really, what hit me was, I mean, this dude had his life on lock. Like literally, he had he had everything you would ever dream of to be what he was, to be the best. I think we can call in the last century, probably
and good friends.
Good friends. His friends are close. He had a basketball court outside. Anything he wanted. He had a chef. He had kitchens, and he still died. So be very clear, people. You can get everything you want, but make sure that on the way to that, you're enjoying it, because you could get everything you want and then get taken out. That's what I really got from him. Like, it made me sad that he was done. He actually stopped letting people record there because he was like, it's mine now.
Oh, I'll tell you something else after this. Speaking of having perfect skin, this episode brought to you by OneSkin. This is a product that we have actually really fallen in love with.
Used it on the road.
OS1, we have noticed a difference from it. You notice an initial difference because it's like the thing I noticed first. You said you noticed how soft it made your skin right away. Thing I noticed first is that it doesn't have fragrance or weird smells. Do you ever notice that? How clean it is?
Yeah.
That for me, because I'm so sensitive to everything, makes a big difference. So now I'm using the body lotion. I'm using the skin face lotion and the OS1 eye.
I have to actually order. I could run out of face lotion.
Maybe Santa got some for your
Yay!
stocking.
Santa!
They use a groundbreaking peptide called OS1. It's the first ingredient that has been scientifically proven to prevent the accumulation of aged senescent cells, which are dead skin cells, and that's like the worst culprit that in showing that you're aging. They went into a lab and they found that it actually reduced the biological age of skin by several years. So it not only slows down your skin aging, but it actually leaves you with healthier, more hydrated, glowing skin. That's why you see a difference.
I've noticed, especially on my forehead, that when I use it, that it just smooths it all out. It makes a huge difference.
They also have a new little travel kit that I went online and maybe got.
You're revealing too much.
It's
you
got
little,
everything.
little
It's
elf.
so good.
Good product.
In a third-party 12-week clinical study performed by third-party research organization OS1 Face was clinically proven in the lab to strengthen the skin barrier, improve skin health markers, and diminish visible signs of aging. Wrinkles were diminished in 87% of users. So it's scientifically backed and proven to work. And again, I notice I've told you guys last time, I have a tendency to, I want to try the new thing. Oh, there's a new thing. This, for me, like my skin was going crazy. Do you remember couple weeks ago, I had that thing and I was like, because I was trying different things.
Endless pimple.
It was horrific.
Yeah,
So-
we
Shut
talked about it. It was like,
Shut up.
Yeah, it was like,
So I went,
I didn't eat before I came here.
I stopped messing around and I went back to OS1 Face and it's all cleared up now. It's weird. My skin's kind of like,
How do they get it?
OneSkin is the world's first longevity company for skin. OneSkin addresses skin health at the molecular level, which targets the root causes of aging so your skin will feel and appear younger. Get started with your new face, eye, and body routine at a discounted rate today. New customers will get 15% off with promo code Titus at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with promo code Titus. The new year is coming. Now is the best time to invest in your skin. Age healthy with OneSkin. This can be a part of your New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Go from a hideous leper to Rachel Bradley.
There you go. So, hideous leper. Anybody have
the cool thing I was going to say we found out from Tommy was that Prince was a huge Lizzo fan, and he went to some little club where he would jam in Minneapolis. He actually went out and around and saw Lizzo, fell in love with her. He said massive fan of hers, to the point where he had asked and it had been accepted to be her manager.
He's going to be Lizzo's manager.
Wow.
Then he died before he ever got to
I keep thinking that he died a long time ago because Lizzo.
2016.
Yeah, man, it's
17 or 16?
16.
Anything, pre-Trump and COVID is like.
Well,
he died April 2016 because my mom was still alive, and my mom died 2017, February. And my mom called me instantly. We were on a plane and it had come up on the screen, but my mom was like, oh my gosh, is Chris okay? Because Prince had died.
He was talking about, so basically what he died from was fentanyl, but when you're talking about his hips and stuff, he was hurting. He was hurting. He was in pain all the time from those decades of jumping off stuff and dancing like a crazy man.
And refused surgery.
Refused surgery. Refused to get the transplants. So whatever happened, he was buying street painkillers, which are laced with fentanyl. And he
didn't know that.
And he only weighed like 123 pounds.
So you would think if he had
he was tiny.
Yeah, yes. So he was like a child taking these doses of anything. Yeah. Why wouldn't he have his own lab? I mean, in his complex.
Because he was Jehovah's Witness, and that, by the way, he can't take drugs. He could take painkillers that were medical. He couldn't take drugs.
But here's the thing that I don't understand.
One thing I love about religion, it's never hypocritical.
Here's the thing that I don't understand is that he was Prince. Like Michael Jackson was able to get somebody to prescribe him propofol.
Yeah, and that guy's in prison now.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is Prince had a legitimate reason. Yeah. He needed surgery. So to get through his life without surgery, he was in real pain. Yep. Someone would have prescribed Prince painkillers. It's almost like he felt the need to hide that weakness from people. So he somehow was getting them on the street, or somebody was getting them for him, I'm guessing. And they were cut with fentanyl. And we were talking about it last night. Mahogany, who's a federal probation supervisor now, and Shauna was like, why would they put fentanyl in it? Isn't that expensive? And Mahogany was like, no, this is one of our biggest problems. Mahogany goes, this is everything we deal with right now. It's cheaper. And she said, all these drugs are coming from China. Anything that can be like, even remember, was it Kate Quigley and two other comics, a female comic? They were doing coke 6 months ago or so. She woke up a couple days later in the hospital from a coma. Other two guys died because the cocaine was laced with fentanyl. They cut it up. It's cheaper to produce, and it's killing Americans, which I'm sure is a great byproduct.
The rumor was used to be baby powder or baby formula. Now they're using fentanyl. Go back to baby powder,
Well, I guess the thing is people get high, and so they come back to buy more because, it was pretty high. But if you take too much, it depresses your respiratory system.
Well,
and that's what happened
and you
to
don't
him.
notice it. What happens is it keeps doing it. It
slows
slowly
down.
does it till finally your heart just stops.
Yeah.
So it sucked. He died in his elevator.
Let's
Don't-
go back to lead and asbestos in powdered
ahead.
things.
Don't
Like,
let the elevator bring you down.
Oh no, let's go.
did he really die in an elevator?
Yes.
Yeah, that was that's been my
Wow.
conspiracy the whole time. Is that like
Oh my god!
yeah?
And purple. It was raining purple. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like how many?
And he was holding a banana, purple banana.
This episode brought to you by a new company, Factor. If you need to get your life together, this is an excellent company for the New Year episode. We should do this next week too.
Okay.
Factor, did you get yours?
Yes.
How crazy easy was that? Okay, so let me explain this to you guys. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. So it comes to you already made, pre-portioned. I first saw Factor at Tony Horton's house. He was getting a delivery, the workout guy.
So P90X guy gets this.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
how
know if
good
he
it
is.
That's a good sign.
I
Yeah.
don't want to use him as but I just saw it there, and that's where I first heard of Factor. And so you've got these balanced, healthy meals that are pre-packaged, labeled. You slide the box out, you heat it up, and you're done dizzle.
Mm-hmm.
And also the other thing that I loved that they have is juices, pre-made, healthy, like the green juice and the red beet
All of it,
juice. That was
everything
so
I
good.
ate was excellent. Was excellent.
So they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They are chef prepared, dietitian approved, ready to eat meals, and you get them delivered. You guys know I love anything.
Great
that'll just
portions.
come to
It
your
was
door.
enough to be full, but not enough to
Yeah.
be overfull. Did you
Yes,
notice that?
definitely.
Because I have a tendency.
No, Ken ate the whole box.
I
that
no,
he
no, but
got.
I did 2 of them.
But I
Back to
know. I know
Did
that
you?
I can. I know that I'll eat too much, and it was perfect.
So you don't have to meal prep. Holiday season, you're slammed anyway, and you don't want to get unhealthy because we all do. Skip meal planning, grocery shopping. You don't have to chop, clean, whatever. They're never frozen. And they're ready in 2 minutes. So you just heat and eat. You can choose from 35 plus chef crafted meals every week. So you get to pick your meals. They all are designed to support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences. So they have calorie smart, vegan, veggie, protein plus, and other options. You just got to go to their website and check it out. This will also simplify your life. And you guys know I love a good life hack. So this December, get Factor. You can enjoy eating well without the hassle. Head to factormeals.com/ChristopherTitus50 and use code ChristopherTitus50. You get 50% off. That's ChristopherTitus50 at factormeals.com/ChristopherTitus50. And you get half off.
What I loved about it is how quick it was. Like sometimes I'm running in the house, I got to grab something, I got to get back here, and so I'm like, boom, doop,
It
done,
saved.
eat, go.
I want to say 2 Armageddon updates ago, completely saved me
Why?
Yeah.
because I was starving, right? And it was like, it was a long one. There was a ton of post-production in it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
And I was
because
like-
you go nuts on the post-production.
But-
Because if
it was fantastic, right?
it was great. It was great.
They also have add-ons.
I'm not mad.
So if you're really trying to meal prep and have everything in your fridge ready to go, I gave him, I was like, this is your stack. This is mine, because I knew his would go faster. And then you just read, oh, that sounds good. And you pick that. They have quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab and go snacks, ready to drink, cold pressed juices, shakes, smoothies, everything. You should just go check
Good.
out their website.
Yeah.
Simplify your life, factor.com.
What do you guys have anybody got a good memory from this last year? I will say this, we went on subscribers. We got one up. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. The Armageddon update is starting to get like a lot of people paying attention to it. We're having people show up to the shows. They didn't know I had a TV show. They're like, we love the Armageddon update, bro.
Oh, wow. It overtook the Titus show.
Right.
We made it.
But thank you guys for watching and listening. It was a gift this last year. Also, we've started to, because we've stayed pretty consistent, the haters have fallen off.
Yeah, I can count them on one hand now.
But also,
Really?
But also, we've been right. Let's be clear. We've been right for 12 years.
Yeah.
But there also has to be a point where they realized, oh, he's really persistent. He's not going to go away.
No, and I would.
but
I'll hit him. I'll be like, okay, let's talk about this.
Yes, you will.
For the
Yes, he
first
does.
few years, though, It was like, wow, I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm going into my 5th year here, guys.
Is it 5th
No.
year? The 4th year. It's your 4th year.
I'm in my 5th year. Just started my 5th year.
Yeah, you just
here.
ended your 4th year.
Yeah.
Wait, because I know you came
was
in
in
December,
December.
and we said,
This
here's
is
the
his
key,
4th
here's
year.
the clicker, we'll see you in a
Yeah,
week.
see ya.
Yeah, he
See
got
you 4
hired, and
years.
then we turned over everything to him. We got to get a plane. Let's go.
What year was it?
It was 2019. It's 2019.
Oh, wow, because it was right before
yeah,
COVID.
right before COVID.
Oh, wow. Was it the December right before
Yes.
COVID happened? So
Yep.
you had just started here. We were only here for 2 months, and then...
Yeah, because then I went to the show. I went to the show in Brea, and
Yeah.
you guys were talking about COVID, like kind of like, what's this new flu coming around?
No, I was.
And it was
I was scared. I was like, I kept going. The China is showing us video.
Yeah.
China doesn't show us video.
Yeah.
Be frightened.
I think
Are you sure it wasn't 2018 that you came? I thought we had more time together before COVID.
no,
No.
That's
It was about 3 months.
crazy.
About 3 months.
Well, really?
Yeah, and we got right to work on Alpha Chick
Yep.
and the filming of Alpha Chick.
Because he's right.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we filmed Alpha Chick.
Right,
He was only been here a couple
3
months.
seconds
Yeah.
before
I did
COVID.
February 2020, yeah. That's
And then
right.
March, the
wow.
world shuts down.
Wow, what
And then
a
right at-
weird start.
And then a
to-
year later, the insurrection. Oh my God, what a
Yeah.
time!
People don't understand. People have forgot. It feels like people slept through the Trump presidency.
Yes,
They're talking about.
They've
Do you guys
forgotten or
understand?
something.
Empty stores. We had bodies in trucks. You had an idiot going up. It's just a hoax. It'll go away in 15 days. Maybe we can use bleach as a lure of disinfectant. Oh, sorry. Whole time-
multiple things a day.
This guy is a moron, and he still continues every day to say the dumbest shit. And now he's quoting Hitler.
I love that, like some of those one of 5 people will leave a comment and they'll say, oh, Trump lives rent free in your head. I'm like, no, motherfucker, he's on trial today.
Yeah.
Hey, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not living rent free, asshole.
Yeah.
He's on trial
I
right
actually
now.
would
For
like to
stealing
evict him.
top secret documents.
And he's running for president again.
I would love to evict him, but he won't go
Yeah,
away.
exactly. He's a
I
squatting.
don't want to. Yeah, he's squatting.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about this anymore. Who loses the presidency and then comes back again and tries again?
He's
with
murdering
lost.
people down the
4
street.
indictments and 91 felonies. Like, how do you?
So tired.
How is everybody even talking about this? Like he's a viable candidate. He's the biggest idiot we've ever had. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Like that's. He goes, and if you say it twice, you get extra points.
And you
On
know
a
what?
cognition test?
It's not like
Is there extra credit?
Those points.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like we ramped up to this situation, right? Of all this, one person is doing all the criming.
Yeah.
91 felons.
And he's turned the Republican Party into a clown show like
Yeah.
we've never seen.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking bomb went off.
But it all comes down to education, man. It all comes down to, listen, I was talking about this the other day. In the 60s, we had the 50s and 60s. 50s, education was a big deal. In the 60s, education, going to college that's when you have to go to college. So all of you had all these free thinkers, you had all these critical thinkers. And that's why when Vietnam hit in late 60s, people were protesting and they had a fucking opinion. And they were like, we're thinking for ourselves. Don't do this anymore. Well, then someone told Reagan, there was a guy that told Reagan, he said, an educated proletariat is hard to control. So Reagan started cutting back in California. He made all the schools expensive. He actually, then when he became president, he actually started cutting back in education. So we are paying the price now from 1980 on for Reagan's policies for education because the Republicans realized, and by the way, okay, all right, let's look at this. Whenever you interview a bunch of Democrats, they're like, here's what my opinion is. And look, they're prying off and they don't agree with everybody. They have their own opinions. Interview a bunch of Republicans. Every time you see those guys, so you're here at the Trump rally, what do you think? I think Hunter Biden is a lizard person. And you realize they're the dumbest people. The people that waited for JFK and RFK to come back from the dead to Virginia are stupid.
They do all have a clown-like, James Comer.
Yeah.
It's all like that. It's that, remember, I say, Foghorn, Leghorn, Clay, Higgins.
I'll say, jail.
It's all of them. It's just like, oh.
They believed in something called QAnon. That
Yeah.
was where we go one, we go all. That's
James Comer is now saying that Hunter Biden was indicted, could face 17 additional years in prison on these
To protect
indictments to protect him.
From the other one.
One-
The
one-
other
the other
crime.
charge.
They say it's not
Yeah.
a cult. One accused thing was where we go one, we go all.
Yes.
That's literally the definition of cult. that's literally that was their slogan.
It still is.
And my aunt is in it.
Mike Flynn still
Really?
writes WWG1.
Oh yeah, my aunt lives in Florida. Oh yeah, she's in it. We have pictures of her dressed as Uncle Sam in Trump garb. It's the funniest
Well, you
shit.
live in Florida. I mean, that's on the driver's license.
It's the funniest shit.
Exactly.
I'm sure her driver's license. She's got a
It's
Trump.
like, I'm a
she's got
donor
Trump
and
tie-
QAnon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's a lot.
You could go back in time and really point to yet another criminal Republican, which was Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
And there was two things right around there, which was the first thing, he got us off the gold standard, which started sending us down another trajectory.
That's why our debt is so high now. Yeah.
And the
But interest rates were also 17, 18%. Oh, that was during Carter. Go ahead.
what's it called? I think it's called the Powell Memorandum.
Right.
Is when another Republican said, okay, we got to get corporations to really get together and control the country. And that was what led to Citizens United.
Yep.
And
I will agree on one thing. People always say it's all of them. I will agree this. I don't see a lot of Democrats. I see a couple of Democrats talking about we shouldn't be able to buy stock on the stock market because they have all this insider information. They know who's getting contracts. So you guys go. There's some apps you can get now that actually tracks all your senators and House members stock trades. I was looking at it. So you can track them now.
so they're tracking us. Fuck them. We're going to track them too. I'm going to track you right back.
Yeah, but you could see what they're buying. Like some guy, I was looking at one of them. Some senator just bought a whole bunch of this construction company, and they do overseas construction. And I was like, what do they know that's coming?
Oh, yeah.
What do they know that's coming?
Marjorie Taylor Greene's is like, what does she buy? Chick-fil-A stock and
Walmart.
Home Depot and Hobby Lobby.
But we have our system. Corruption doesn't happen overnight. It's been happening. It's creeping into our system.
Yeah.
The one thing about America that I was taught as a child is that we were better than everybody else because we freedom. And now you got people cutting voting rights. You got people cutting their gerrymandering districts, which people are kind of getting in the way of now. The only way to stop corruption is to talk about it all the time and point it out. That's why when people say Trump lives in your head, no, he's a fucking criminal that tried to end my country.
Yeah.
And that's why we talk about it.
He's yelling Hitler in my ears.
Yeah. He's not Hitler-esque. He's quoting Hitler.
Again, I say it all the time.
Accidentally.
I wish he would go away. I say that to him all the time. I
Yep.
wish he would just go away. I don't care if you go to prison.
Yep.
Just go away.
Yeah.
I just want you to go. I want him out of my head. I don't want to talk about him. I'm tired of the news talking about it.
I think we need to put him in prison. Here's why. We need to handle this situation because if we say that all men are created equal and this guy committed treason against the United States, he needs to go to prison. And you said something, well, how you have Secret Service? I go, and then you said, well, if you commit treason, you don't get Secret Service protection anymore.
We need new laws about that.
Yeah, your neck vagina is going to get used, bro.
See, I said that earlier, and you said it made no sense.
Well, because
and it was a too thin of a thread,
No,
and you
'cause
didn't let me do that joke in the Armageddon update, and now he did it.
It was my...
You son of a bitch.
No, I said it was too long to set up in the Armageddon update.
You said it's you heard him. Too thin of a thread is what he said.
Yeah, but
You
now
heard him.
but we weren't talking about him going to prison there.
That's what we were talking about.
No, I was talking...
said my pitch was so that when he goes to prison, he needs to practice covering his neck vagina for when he goes to prison. And he goes, I don't get it. It's weird. It's too thin of a thread.
Too thin of a thread in the midst of the Armageddon update. By the way, guys, Rachel writes all my material.
No, I don't.
100%.
Do you see what he did there? Do you guys see? I didn't say that. I don't even agree with
What did
that.
I do?
I made one joke and he steered.
I don't even know what I did.
You put me down for it and then you steer.
I didn't put you down. It didn't fit in. But I thought... Guys, we want you to have a Merry Christmas. We are at the Armageddon Update and the Titus Podcast. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And before we go any further, please, is it a Christmas one?
Please let it be fun.
Sure, it is. It's always a Christmas one.
You guys know what time it is. It's time for Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. It's Highlanders Fun Facts.
Yeah.
Speaking of Christmas,
No.
Christmas.
Christmas.
The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast into their wine for good health. Well, first of all, bread back then was amazing. It wasn't like our fucking sugar cake that we have now. Hence the phrase "raise a toast."
By the way, these comments on bread are not. They're an opinion of Ken. They are not. If you're a bread lover, we apologize. Go ahead. Satiating. Why?
Didn't I do it?
Why
I
would
did
they
it.
draw bread in wine?
Oh, because the bread was good for you. It was
Yeah,
really
but-
healthy bread.
But what? But maybe they just had too much wine.
Well, my
'Cause
fun
I've
fact
dropped
is not
popcorn into wine.
why they did it. It is
I-
why we say raise a toast.
Ah.
That's the fact. We say raise a toast.
That sounds like you made it up. You were like, "How can I fix? How to raise a toast?" ...
I
know.
Highlander.
They put
Yeah, exactly.
They put
Ken
toast in
Highlander.
bread. He's making up fun.
2023.
Son of a bitch is making up his own fun. Raise a toast. They put toast in wine and or scotch.
Sometimes you just don't have the time to find one, so you got to make one.
You're doing improv facts. That's awesome. Guys, we want to say from our buddies, Merry Christmas.
Oh no, Chaplin has licked his. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
he looks like he's been on tour for a while and this is a bit messy.
Yeah, Chaplin has fixed his hair for him over here.
Guys, I hope you have a good Christmas. We will be back next week, but to do just one day here, and then we're going to take a week off. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want anything, any of our merch. Also, go to Christopher Titus TV for all my specials are there. And we have an announcement in the next couple weeks about how we're going to run next year. Anyways, for myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the lovely Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
You're going to be the only one.